Hey guys, happy Wednesday. I am definitely going to smack your asses with some education today, and apparently J-Lo style, don't I wish? So it is a lot of schooling today that we're going to learn on this beautiful Wednesday, and it is food labels. So we have our fats, proteins, carbohydrates, sugars, sodium, potassium, and then a list of vitamins that are on our food label list, basically on anything that we buy. My number one tip for any kind of food labeling is if it doesn't have a food label, usually that means it's super natural for us, so that would be a good choice. Okay, like when you go to get an apple, it doesn't say what's on the apple or in the apple, and that's okay. But again, back to our food labels. So one of the other important things to remember for food labels is that the manufacturers, they go through this huge process to package our foods, and they don't have to specifically write all of the chemicals that were needed to create that. So on our food label, if you've noticed, it doesn't have a list of chemicals, and then it doesn't tell us how many milligrams or grams of chemicals that are in our food. So just be very aware of that. For some of us, reading a food label is absolutely vital to our health, whether that's someone with a heart condition or diabetes or simply a high blood pressure, low blood pressure. There's tons of factors as to why people will read their food labels, but unfortunately, it doesn't tell us everything yet again that particular person will need to know. The other thing that I wanted to tell my brilliant audience, which is you guys, is that the government doesn't really put your health on a high pedestal like I would. So any of the nutrients that you guys are required to have, I would definitely tell you to have 1,000,000 times more. So it's good that they list all of our vitamins that we're getting from our food, but don't take that as Bible because you need tons more than what you're being told. And as you know, in our green bellies, we're getting a lot of those nutrients like iron and potassium and all these essential vitamins and minerals that you can get from the recipe book. But other than that, again, the government isn't really putting your health on a high pedestal. Everyone needs kind of to be set on this lower grade, but they don't understand that we've elevated our lives a lot. Also, to confuse you even more, I am just letting you know that not all organic packaged foods, or even if it says it's organic fruit or whatever, it really might not be. Or sorry, I shouldn't say it won't be organic, but there are different kind of approvals that different foods can get. Don't go blowing all of your money on all the organic foods because some of those aren't even what's going to be optimal for your health. Something else that isn't on our labels that's super, super important is hydrogenated fats. These are really, really important to our health and can be basically a little death wish for us, and those don't need to be listed on our food labels. So there's tons and tons to consider when reading our food labels, not just calories. How many calories are in this? How much sugar is in this? Okay, and if there's a whole other schooling that I could give you guys, but I'm just going to let you know, when it says light fat or low in fat or no sugar or added sugar, all of those have different rules. So just like we have rules in our lives, all those food companies have rules as far as how they're allowed to use different letters and words. So as usual, it is super vital to your health that you know how to read these food labels. I can school you even more on this, and if you want to know more, just send me a request, add a little comment to the bottom of the video, and let me know that you need to know more. But let's just start with this, and then we'll go from there. Have an awesome Wednesday, guys. And today's green belly is kale, chard, celery, lemon, orange, apple, and ginger. So we're adding a little bit more, changing it up. Check out the recipe book for more and for all the details on how much to actually put in and what this is doing for your awesome life. Thanks, guys.